Hi friends, my name is Rohan Vasudev. In this session, we're going to talk about UI slider in Unity. What is UI slider in Unity? It is a standard slider which is used to set a certain value between minimum and maximum value pair. It is commonly used for audio controls and screen brightness in a scene or in a game. Now, when you create a UI slider component in Unity, three game objects, background, fill area, handle, slide area are also created automatically as a child for the root slider game object. What is background game object here? Background game object has a rect transform with an image component attached to it. This image will be the background image for the slider. Fill area again has a rect transform component attached to it and spans or extends from minimum value to current value of the slider. A child game object fill for the fill area game object is also created automatically. This fill game object will have a rect transform component and an image component attached to it. This image component specifies the image and color for the fill game object. What is handle slide area? Handle slide area has a rect transform component attached to it and follows the current value of a slider. A child game object handle for the handle slide area is also created automatically. This handle will have a rect transform component and an image component attached to it. This image component specifies the image and color for the handle game object. By default, Unity knob sprite is attached to the handle game object as the image. Properties of a slider element. Interactable property specifies if the slider is interactable or not. Transition property is used to determine how a slider would react in normal, pressed, highlighted, selected, and disabled states. Fill rect is a rect transform to use as a fill for the slider and is a reference to the fill game object which is created when you create a slider component in Unity. Handle rect is again a rect transform to use as a handle for the slider and is a reference to the handle game object which is created automatically when you create a slider component in Unity. Direction is the direction of the slider from minimum to maximum value. We have four options for the direction: left to right, right to left, top to bottom, and bottom to top. Minimum value is the value set for the slider or allowed for the slider. Maximum value is the maximum value set for the slider or allowed for the slider. Value is the current value of the slider. And lastly, whole numbers is basically a boolean value. If it is checked or if it is set to true, then only whole numbers will be allowed between minimum and maximum values for the slider. So that's it, guys. I will see you in the next session. In the next session, we'll be seeing an example for UI slider in Unity. Thank you so much, guys.